Slab City's pretty much open to anybody, so if you pick a spot you want to camp in, as long as you're not too close to somebody else, everybody that's here wants to respect everybody else's space. So you just pretty much set up a camp and just make sure you clean up when you leave. That's always appreciated. It's very colorful. It's exciting. It's you could tell Leonard has passion for his love of God and just the art and just the intricate patterns he has here. And he would go out to the desert just in the area and just drag them back. He'd load them up on his tractor or in his car or whatever and drag them out here. And he always loved to tell about his tire trees, the truck tire trees. How he's just got tires stacked up and then he fills it with adobe and then he covers the outside. And then he would just stick sticks in, sticking out the top of the stack of tires. Leonard was quite an amazing man. He had a real passion for God and art. He would love everyone. He would love all people, whether they liked God or not. And Leonard was just like one of the happiest people in the world. He proclaimed himself to be the happiest man alive, and I believe that he was, because he would just welcome everybody into his mountain with open arms, and he would thank people for coming and give them tours, and he was just a very dedicated, passionate man. Part of Leonard's message was God is love, love one another, so it's not just being a religious thing, but also to love your neighbor and to get along and let's just all have peace in the world. East Jesus was started by a man named Charlie Russell, and he basically was looking for a place where he could live off the grid and do his own thing for art and music, and this is where he ended up. And so now, unfortunately, he has passed away, so we have friends and people that knew him kind of taking over and maintaining the place to keep his vision and dream going. Much like at Salvation Mountain, where when Leonard passed, now we have caretakers and people trying to keep his dream going, which is basically a lot of art.
Now Charlie came over here because he had a beautiful view of the Chocolate Mountains. We get some fantastic sunsets with the pollution in Los Angeles, but this was a field strewn with garbage, and so he had to clean it up. And so the idea is recycle it, reuse it, repurpose it, or set it on fire. And that works out for us pretty good. Now Charlie was a mad genius. He was a sound technician, a musician, a professional poker player, a computer programmer, and a member of the art car community. You can see the level of patience that it takes to glue 10,000 items to one vehicle to make sure you never lose it in the parking lot. His attention to detail to make it look like one complete motherboard. Yes, you can touch our artwork. We have no velvet ropes around it. If it can survive 120-degree temperatures and 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, it can certainly survive you puny human beings. This is an example of what we call artists feeding off of other artists. So one of our storytellers told the tale of the mutant albino whale that was trapped in the Salton Sea, and nobody was really believing that story. So then one of our metal workers said, well, hey, I can build you something. So then we started fleshing it out with all these plastic bags. We wanted to send a message about recycling plastic bags. And about halfway through, the state of California banned plastic bags. So we're not quite sure if they got our message or not. But then our lighting department came out and they stretched a line of LED lights down the center of it. So now at nighttime we can turn it on and it glows and it changes colors.
Here at East Jesus, we have what's called the Sculpture Garden, and it's basically a lot of items and things repurposed into art and other useful items. We have the residents that live here full time, and then we have some visitors that'll come in occasionally and maybe visit for a weekend. Some people come for certain events that we have during the year here at East Jesus, such as the Art Slam, which some of these panels of wood that are put up on this tower were created during our annual event. And it's a lot of our communications are done through either email or Facebook. So if somebody was interested in actually spending time here, they'd want to contact one of the caretakers here at East Jesus. To survive in Slab City, it takes a special kind of person that has the desire to live here, because it's not, you just flip a switch or turn on a faucet. You do have to be self-sustaining. And a lot of people do use solar panels or generators, or they use batteries, or they just do without. You know, there's a wide range of survival skills that some people have and some people develop by being here. You have to learn how to cook, you know, maybe over a camp stove or build a fire pit. And, you know, there's other things you need to be aware of to survive out here, such as, you know, the weather conditions, extreme heat, extreme wind, critters like rattlesnakes and scorpions and tarantulas and things like that. So you have to have a desire to be part of this community as well. And people do help each other out.
My name is Robert Lane. I am the proprietor of the the Slab City Internet Cafe. I am not the founder, but I am carrying it on as best I can in his tradition. We run on donations. I provide internet, coffee, and on sunny days, electricity. They come down through the black cables into the charge control box. It reads the batteries and tells if there's enough power in the batteries or too much. If there's too much, it shuts the power off. And then from the batteries it goes to an inverter, because the batteries are direct current, and of course everything in the world runs on alternating current. So we have to convert it with an inverter. I've got almost an entire kilowatt of solar panels, and I have a 3,000 watt inverter. I can run a small air conditioning unit.
So excited.
Well, yes, I'm actually waiting for summer to happen, because last summer, while I was used to extreme heats, working in 40 acres asphalt, I didn't have an air conditioner last year. This year, I've got the power to run it without a generator. You know, a lot of people think that it's a place for rebels and people that don't want to pay to live, but trust me, living is not free no matter where you are. Out here, we have to provide everything ourselves. We have to provide our own electricity, our own water, our own housing. I purchased a home. This wasn't here. I bought this to live in. I've added solar panels and batteries and upgraded a lot of the equipment here. Granted, I can't take a lot of that with me, but I've invested my own money in what I consider my home.
Builder Bill was the creator of the range here in Slab City, and he built the stage, and it's open every Saturday night. It's just like a community event for people to come, and they can sit in the audience and listen to other people play music, or if you're feeling talented, you could get up on stage and play a guitar, sing, tell some jokes, and it's a community event, and that's what Builder Bill was hoping for, just to have people have a place to go every week. They could have some fun, see the people you haven't seen all week, and then people go back to their camps during the week, and then they come back out every Saturday, so even in the summertime. So it's a fun event. Bill tries to keep it safe, so it's welcoming the families also that maybe come in from the outside.
And maybe that's alright, 'cause I know what to do. While the others sleep at night, we'll be seeing a different side, it's true. 'Cause I just wanna hold you tight, get a feeling to make it right tonight. While the others sleep at night, we'll be seeing a different side.
Because we get all the